Yeah, I've never seen these. So they're a little different, but record
All right, you're live.
and freeze up. Record. There we go. We are recording. You're live. We're recording. All things are good.
All right. All right, want me to start it?
I can if you need me to.
I can do it. I don't care.
You just let me know. I'm good to go if you are.
All right. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Turnbuckle Talk with Kraken and myself, Josh. Vibes up. What's up, Kraken man? How's your week been so far?
It's
Early in
been
the week.
good so far. It's been good so far. Start of the week, can't complain. Weather has decided to get cold again, so that's fun. Going from 70 to 30s. So
Yeah, dude. Same here. We were last like a week ago, or maybe a little bit longer. We were like in the 60s. You know, Christmas we were in like the 60s, and then now this week it's been like the 40s, 30s.
yeah, I don't know. I hate it when it does that because like if you get allergies easy to weather changes, it messes with you, and it seems like
Mhm.
the whole house has that issue here except for me. So it's just it's been a Monday and a Tuesday for sure.
Dude, freaking, it's funny because like I live in like a complex. I guess condos are called condominiums, and so you know we have my grandma's dog now, Daisy. So I take her out to go to the bathroom, but it's so cold now. I'm like, I don't want to go because it's so cold, and she wants to go fucking over here and take me all the way over here before she pees. I'm like, dude, hurry up! So cold, please, just go. Like, why do you have to check everything before you go? Just go. And so it's funny
Gotta
on
feel
Tik I do
everything's
the
fine.
TikTok shop stuff and I got
Mhm.
approved. There's this company that does like actual patches of grass that they'll send you that's in a decomposable box for your pet for indoors to use a bathroom on. And I got approved for
For when
that
it's
as like a
cold.
sample to promote that on TikTok shop. Yeah, for when it's cold out. Like your dog doesn't have to pee on the carpet. They're used to peeing on grass. There you go. You got actual grass in your house that they'll want to go and pee.
Okay,
It's
that's nice.
crazy, right?
Didn't even know
Yeah.
they made stuff like that.
Yeah, and then it just once it starts going away, you just throw it away. It's a composable box and everything. It's
Wow,
cool. I'll be
that's
getting that
interesting.
soon, so I'm excited because it's getting cold. So, because
Yeah,
especially like I'll take her out like obviously like throughout the day, but then once like now, once it starts getting really later, like right now it's 38 degrees and we're getting a low of 15. Fuck that.
God Almighty.
Yeah, so like when I take her for her last walk, that's usually how cold it's starting to get. I'm like, no, too cold.
Jeez, yeah, it's
Right? So
below
I'm excited to
15.
get a little patch of grass for the inside.
I do not blame you. Do not blame you.
Uh, dude, speaking of patches of grass that people like to pee on, did you hear about the Vince McMahon news?
So I heard that he was helping at WrestleMania 39 with the Cody Roman stuff. I didn't read much about it. I
Yeah.
heard, of course, it was speculation at one point that he was a lot of the creative behind it, but we figured out that he had a little bit more into the situation.
Yeah, so a whole report came out via Brandon Thurston and Post Wrestling about Vince and like so there's like this whole court case going on with like the shareholders and like you know Diddy and Vince I guess right now. And so a
Yep.
lot of screenshots and stuff came out of conversations, text messages between Vince and other things like the now what is he COO or president whatever he is Mark Shapiro, all these messages coming out, you know,
Mhm.
through this court case and stuff. And some of them were messages of Vince to it was Nick Khan and Triple H in a group message, and it says from uh it says from Paul to Bruce. Hey guys, just double checking. Does Roman and Cody uh know the new creative WrestleMania next year? Actually, I thought that was from Vince to them, but I guess it's not. And he says, not to my knowledge, I don't know if Paul has had a conversation. Oh, I think that is supposed to say from Vince to Bruce because it says
Yep.
Paul and then it says Paul. He's answering Paul. So I think they just fucked this up. But yeah, so it was Vince who sent the text about the creative. They actually typed it up right. So I'm reading this from Fightful. So it was just the quote they fucked up. But it is from Vince saying, "Hey guys, does Roman and Cody know the new creative of WrestleMania 39 next year?" And Bruce replies, "Not to my knowledge. I don't know if Paul has had a conversation with either. Roman's first appearance since we spoke is a Friday in DC, and we'll both be there and both will be there in person." And Vince says to Paul, "Paul, have you?" And of course, that was like the only document that they released of it, the conversation. So that was when he came back to help facilitate a sale. Is why Vince was back in the company at the time. So obviously, I think they fully kind of started him talking about the TKO stuff, WrestleMania 39 weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so yeah, Vince was helping with booking in some way. Dave Meltzer did say today, obviously this is Meltzer, but
Oh, Melts.
he said that it was actually something Roman pitched to Vince that he thought that they should. So I guess Cody was gonna win, and then he told Vince,
Mm-hmm.
"I think we should go this route, extend it, and have a big second match where he wins." I guess is what Meltzer. So I guess it was a Roman pitch to Vince what made it change.
Yeah. So even the one I found by Josh Colson, Collison, um, it even states at the on this one that I was reading that um Cody believed that prior to this he was supposed to be winning at WrestleMania 39, only for it to change last minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was
So
speculated upon too by some of the dirt sheets that I don't know if it was last minute, but it was at least initially like, yeah, you're gonna win, and then that got changed. Um, so yeah, so that, and then there's also some messages from Mark Shapiro, and Endeavor executives anticipating his return in 2023. So once he left in 2022 due to the whole deal with that he's dealing with, like the whole sexual misconduct,
mhm.
apparently, um Mark Shapiro had said a message. Let me see if I can find it here. But he basically said, okay, he said Nick and Stephanie are going to take over the WWE for the next 9 months. And this is before he had anything to do with WWE. Vince will be back
Yes.
with a new board, or he will take the company private, or he will sell it / coming to us. The race is on, the courtship is on. That is fucking interesting to me. Could they have planned for them to get it prior? And do you remember there was rumors that came out one night really late from a few dirt sheets or from a few reporters saying that Saudi was gonna buy the company, and it was like a lot of panic overnight, and then the next day it got cleared up they weren't. So
Yes, I do.
I'm curious with this now coming out from Shapiro, a full message to the Endeavor executives at the time, which is TKO now. Um, That's so interesting to me. Could they have like planned this in advance that Vince was gonna sell to them? I mean, he doesn't say they were. He says that he's gonna sell it / come to us. He puts 3 things that would happen. So it just looks like he just made a really great educated guess with 3 options. But it's so
Yeah, I
interesting to
mean,
me.
it's it's crazy how all these rumors that what was going on behind the scenes that we all thought was going on are now coming to like the light that they actually happened. And it just it makes me wonder about because I think a lot of people agree that this past year's has WWE has been just so off, in my opinion, at least. That what else is happening? Like, is TKO and Triple H really not the ones? Even though we've seen the behind the scenes stuff that WWE put on
Well, it
Netflix,
is.
how
They are
much
now. Vince is
pull
definitely not a part of the company now.
at all? You don't think?
No, he got fully removed.
Okay,
The
I mean,
FCC would be up their ass if
if,
that was the case.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. Um, after everything that happened, he was still having a play in it in 2023, 39, all that.
Yeah, so it was just through that until they, because like he was still a part of the company a little after TKO sale until more came out again about the same thing he was already going through, and then he, was obviously stepped down and fully relinquished his everything, board of directors, everything. So Um, yeah. So overall, very interesting to see a lot of the rumors confirmed. That he was, handling stuff down and in WWE when he returned creatively more than just facilitating a sale, which is what he said he was there for. So yeah, pretty interesting shit though. If you want to go read the whole thing, Post Wrestling is the website. Brandon Thurston did some great shit. Go check it out. Very interesting shit. I thought we had to definitely bring that up. But we had NXT, we had Raw tonight, last night, excuse me. And I think we should jump into NXT. It was a pretty solid show tonight. It was obviously taped, so there was spoilers, and I don't know if I even saw any of them because I don't remember any of them. If I did, because that was taped 2 weeks ago. But I thought it was a really good show. Since it was taped, I watched the VP on Netflix, and it was over in like an hour 20 or something like that. It was great. No commercials.
Yes, I really enjoy that. And I've had some people, in the community was like, "Is this going to be a continued thing?
I
Is it always
wish.
going to be this fast?" I don't know. No, these are just for holidays. Like, I know it seems super fast, but
Good.
just the holiday shows are taped. But I feel like NXT moves fast anyway.
Well,
But they put on a hell of a show.
like I said on Saturday, I think I brought up after um World's End, I think I kind of brought up how SmackDown was, same thing. It was taped because of the holiday, and then so on Netflix is uploaded as a normal show. It was only an hour 17. So it's crazy how much commercial time adds on. Like I do a counter on my stream that I literally just have a button on my stream deck that I hit that does a counter in the chat, and it's how many times we
Mhm.
go to commercial. So typically on a Raw, like we're around 2.5 hours usually every Monday. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Usually it's around 12 commercials. Like that's 12 times that we get sucked out of Raw to see commercials in the US. And obviously internationally too, that's still some people still get commercials internationally. It's crazy. Um but yeah, so 12 times they suck away and all that adds up for so much time. So then when you looked at SmackDown, same thing, they're going to 3 hours this Friday. But 2 hours, we
Oh,
had an
right,
hour
that's right.
17 and that tells you that's almost 45 minutes of commercials. And I remember when we do our counter on that, that's usually around 9 or 10 times that they suck us out to go to commercials. That's insane. And obviously, again, if
It
you do
is.
watch it live through Netflix, like SmackDown or Raw or NXT, they don't cut away from the matches when they go to commercial. So you will get that. But once they fully finish on Netflix, they edit it down to where it's like how we watch it tonight, where when it was a taped one, where there's like we don't see the action between. So we're still missing it, even if you watch it after the fact on Netflix. It's crazy.
Yeah, I will say, that's one thing about these tape shows, I miss because I like being able to see what happens during the commercial breaks because there's some good shit that happens
Well,
there.
you know what they probably do on these ones with these tape shows is they're literally, I feel like they're probably like a minute long because they're not doing this live and they're just doing a quick minute break, just after taping and then it's just back in. So I doubt it's much.
Yeah, yeah, probably for these that would make sense. I wouldn't think they, but yet again they may do the whole break. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Doubt it though. So NXT, let's go ahead and jump into it. What was your favorite match tonight?
my favorite match tonight was the fastest match. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
Probably
my
Javon
god.
and Ricky.
Yeah,
Javon and
Javon,
Ricky for
Javon
me.
and Ricky was definitely my favorite match as well. I wasn't the biggest fan of the ending, but I also didn't hate it either. Um, what's funny? Really quick, the site I use to keep my, to tell you the thing, they're watching on CW because they're not even. I don't see the Javon and Ricky stuff posted. But I do
That's
have a note of
crazy.
my own, and it was the last thing, so I'll remember quite a bit from this match. So the last thing I have from this match, are the only thing I have 3 notes, 2 from Raw, 1 from tonight, and this is one of my notes I actually wrote down myself.
Okay.
Javon's entrance. So they just got done going through all of the New Year's Evil stuff. We go into Javon coming
Yes.
to the ring for some fucking weird reason. This is a taped show, mind you. They had this in the can for
Yep,
2
it
weeks.
is.
They edited it. They could have fucking fixed this, no problem. For some fucking reason, in this 2-week old show that was taped 2 weeks ago that we aired tonight, there was a fucking production botch during his entrance of the JC Jane Kendall Gray graphic came back up for next Tuesday, and it stayed on the screen for like 5 seconds before they took it away. And they weren't even talking about it on commentary. They were literally talking about Javon coming out to the ring. They literally just got done talking about it. Like they did the whole rundown for next week's show into the main event. That's kind of the WWE way. And yeah, so I was like, how is that there? Like, how is that there 2 weeks after you filmed this? You had that much time to make sure that wasn't there in a random spot. Like, how is that there? That's my only note that I personally wrote for NXT tonight, because I found that hysterical.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, but when it happened, I was like, how do we do this? Like, how do we not catch this? Did we just say, you know what? Fuck it. No one's gonna notice. No one's
It
gonna
was
see it.
hilarious.
This,
I was like staring at my screen. I was like, this is a taped show. What is happening? This was in the can. How is this there like this? But I'm sure it was like that on the CW too, which makes it even funnier.
oh yeah, it probably was.
But no, that main event was really good. They obviously had Ricky win. He turned obviously heel a few weeks ago. It was interesting. The crowd was still kind of cheering him. Obviously, it's the not Full Sail, the PC crowd. So they're kind of more, they're there every week. You know, there's kind of, they see them all the time. So they kind of chant. So I was surprised by some of the chants for Ricky, because he did turn. And I think he's a better heel than a face. So I wasn't expecting a lot of like Ricky chants. They did that weird chant that they do, like the Ricky, and then they start saying like stroke or whatever the fuck they say.
Yeah.
That's a weird one. Hey, they're having fun, I guess. But great match. You know, Javon hit like a really cool dive on the outside. Like Ricky was up, and he's done this up, I feel like, quite a bit. He was in front of the commentary desk, and he fucking just out of nowhere, right on top of him, fucking wiped out most of the commentary. Almost took out Booker again. Oh no, did you crash? Did you freeze? Oh no. Oh. And he's on his mobile device.
Yeah, the computer decided to take a nap, and it still froze.
Did it go to sleep? When it does that, I just hold the button down on the PC and restart it.
Yeah. There's the blue light. It's cut off now. It's cutting back on.
Oh, that's so funny. But yeah, no, that was a great match I was just like, look, it's funny because I was looking directly at you, and I thought you were just listening to me, because I have you in the prompter, so I have Discord in there. So I'm looking directly in my camera so I could like be looking at you. And then after a minute when I was talking, I was like, wait, is he frozen, or is he just waiting for me to shut up? So I stopped, and then I was like, oh nope, he's frozen.
Oh yeah. For me in the match, what I thought was smart, they done the small cutter for Javon. And then when he went for the avalanche cutter, pulling the ref in front of it, that fucking ref sold that cutter and took it like a champ.
I thought that was so weird, though, just the way they set it up. So he was just clearing the elbow pad. That's why he got caught in the cutter and didn't move out of the way. That's what he was doing. Because why would he else be standing in the way? Usually the rest most of the time are aware of what the wrestlers are doing around them, so they're not in the way. So, and not a bad thing. I just found it comical. Like, oh, I gotta get this out of the way. This elbow pad. Oh no! That's what it was. It wasn't a bad thing. I just found that really funny how they set that up. It wasn't like Ricky held him in front of him, pulled him by his shirt, like, oh, haha, got you. No, it was he was clearing a fucking elbow pad out of the ring. That is what got him in the cutter.
Yeah. And then of course, to end the match, having Ricky do the low blow, that really finally got us the heel turn that we needed to have for Ricky, and sold it finally.
Yeah, so he hit the low blow into the Rochambeau, got the win. But yeah, no, it was a really fun match. But yeah, so Ricky, I don't know, is that Javon's last match in NXT? We've had the promo or him like show up and say he's a free agent on Raw and all that stuff, and is that going to be his last NXT, you think?
I do believe that is the last one we get.
That was the smoothest transition ever.
That is most definitely the last time.
Oh my god, that was great. Really, you think so? That's his last time?
Yeah. I think he's going to be on SmackDown. SmackDown's going to be 3 hours. And so
Oba,
They are
Javon, and
about to
Trick
get
all there.
flooded. Yes, they are about to get flooded with this new talent. And give a shout out to Alan. I think Alan Witz on TikTok. He pointed it out with Carmelo, now the the U.S.
US.
champion. I feel like there's going to be a new. We're going to get the new era coming in with
Mhm.
Trick, Javon, even maybe Ricky will be up there soon. But all these new people are going to be coming there. Oba, I could even see coming up there rather than going to Raw, with it being 3 hours. Yeah, it's going to take a lot from NXT, but that is most definitely where everyone's coming from
I
and
think they
going.
should do since they haven't done a draft, they should do what they did last year around this time. I don't know if it was during January because I think it ended right before the Rumble, but they did that. What was it? Uh, trade window or what the fuck did they call it? I forgot what they called it, but it was some fucking. It was as a take on this college football's fucking transfer window or something they called it in WWE. I don't remember what the fuck they called it.
Yeah.
But they did that, and that's like we saw Damian and Drew end up on SmackDown. I feel like they should do that at least because I know they kind of switched it up slightly last year with but I feel like that'll be a good way to also because I don't think they should do Javon, Trick, and Oba all on SmackDown. At least one should go to Raw. I personally think because you can't push them all on the same brand as newcomers at the same time either. I feel like you could. You'd have to take other people off. I feel like even with 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, and then yet again, we have seen Javon have great interactions with Dragon Lee, AJ Styles,
And we've
uh,
seen Trick on Raw
El
too. He was
Grande
on there yesterday as well.
Americano.
So
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything in the ring yet. That's my thing on the main roster. I
yeah,
don't think he's had a match yet.
not on like Raw or SmackDown. I think he has on like main event and stuff.
Yeah, and of course, then with Trick, we also got to remember his fiance Lash
Yeah, she's
is
on
on
SmackDown, so I
SmackDown,
could
but
for
she's
sure
kind of
see
a
him going
they're
there.
kind of a floater. They have the women's tag titles floating around everywhere, so technically they could have Trick do that too. But I think he'll go to SmackDown. I think Lash and Nia will say
I say
that
put
too.
Javon on Raw and Oba and Trick on SmackDown
That wouldn't be bad.
because he's been
Javon and
feuding with Javon and
Dom.
Javon's been feuding with Trick and Oba most of the year. So I don't want them all on the same brand.
I mean, hell, they won what match of the year tonight too, right?
Yeah, all three of those guys just won
Um,
match of the year on NXT, for their
yeah.
NXT year-end rewards. But yeah, good match between Javon and Ricky. We'll see what happens if that is his last one. I guess it could be. I don't know. All right. I feel like that site should now have the end of NXT up on there, which is funny because we're done talking about that part at least. So like you said, your favorite match, Lexus King, Tavion Heights,
God
speed match.
almighty.
It was 4 or 5 seconds. Crazy move by Tavion. I don't even know what you call that. It was like a twisting spine buster or something. And yeah, he advances to face Jasper Troy. I think that was to face Jasper because he kind of faced off at the
Yeah.
end. So
Yeah, that was the finals. Tavion, I think, set a record. The fastest win on NXT, the fastest speeding win. It
So,
fits.
what's your thoughts on Lexus King losing that fast? And he's been down there like what 2 years now. I don't even know how long he's been in NXT. What's your thoughts on that? One of my friends was not happy with that. He was like, "Come on, you're gonna have a guy who's has a great character in Lexus, and then a guy who has no character in Tavion."
Well, I think Tavion, since he broke away from No Quarter Catch Crew, has doing great. Him and Miles both.
Yeah, but I
But
would
I do
say he
not
has
like how they
no
buried.
character to him besides he's just a former collegiate wrestler or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. But I don't understand why they're burying Lexus. I do not. I don't get that.
That's what my friend was most upset about. I'm fine with it. I don't have anything against Lexus King. I just have never been invested in Lexus King. Like, not a bad wrestler, but not really a really entertaining wrestler either. Nothing's really grabbed my attention in his matches. I always feel like he feels like a comedy character. Even when he was in AEW, he's came off the same way. He was in Varsity Blondes with fucking Griff Garrison, as Brody Lee would say.
Jesus, yeah. And they're
Yeah.
still there too. That's
So
what
I
though,
like
yeah.
I feel like he's been in the same kind of area. I feel like he's been featured more in NXT than he was in AEW, but he's still been in that same spot.
Eh,
I don't know what it would take to get him there. I mean, unless you obviously for us hardcores, I wouldn't hate to see him mimic his dad's fucking loose cannon shit, but obviously they're trying to do something completely different, which is smart too.
Yeah,
That's
and that
why
was
he
one of his
went with a different
like
name.
yeah, his promos even when he joined, NXT, he didn't want to be remembered by by the Pillman name.
Yeah.
Remember he said that several times. So I don't know. I hate they're burying him. He's doing good things on TNA when they do the crossover stuff. I
That's why
think
I
they
couldn't take
just
that
won
seriously,
that.
that Steel Cage. I was like, you guys, you have Lexus King up in that bitch. And the way that he gets treated on NXT makes me think he's not a threat to anyone in TNA. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's why I was like,
I do.
this is fun. Again, they had already with Trick over there. And so they've already had a lot of the top people in TNA. But it's just, I thought that was comical.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate when they do squash matches like that, especially with someone who's been there a little longer and might have a little more knowledge and could put on a good match with Tavion, even though it's only 3 minutes. I wasn't a fan of it being that quick. I was honestly, I didn't even see the move that ended the match
I had to go back.
because I was
It's
answering the question.
it's funny. I was since we were just watching, it was just a taped episode, so I was skimming through like the entrances. I didn't care to see their
Mhm.
entrances, so I skimmed through, and I went too far, and all I hear is Vic and like ding ding ding. What? He set a record, and then I was like, oh, gotta go back. So I had to rewind it. But dude, yeah, it was really quick. Didn't expect it, but it is what it is. It's even for a title I don't care about. So
But it's I don't know. The speed title just needs to be getting rid of. But
mhm. Dude, so one of my probably my favorite moment of tonight was the Joe Henry concert. And not even was it just his concert that was my favorite moment, it was Booker T.
the Booker T.
He was having like
he,
a whole
he
Stephanie back hair moment for Joe Henry tonight.
listen to him saying the Joe Henry entrance is hilarious.
He sounded like Macho Man through some of it. It was cracking me the fuck up. Like I was
I couldn't
literally
stop laughing.
laughing. Yeah, I was like legit laughing at him because it was just so hysterical. And then same with the end of the song he sang about NXT, like he's recapping the year, which was an awesome song too. It was funny. Um which ended with shitty ass Dark State and all the fucking strobe lights that they do the whole brawl, and I'm like, oh my god, this hurts my eyes. Stop it. I don't understand why
Yeah,
they keep doing the
that.
flashes. It's so annoying. Like I get it when they
I don't
come
know,
out,
but
but stop it while they're brawling. Fuck.
and then also with that, did you see Tony D'Angelo?
No, because I was like, this fucking hurts my eyes.
Well, he showed up before the
I
lights when he
heard
was standing
I
like
I heard them on commentary. I feel like I didn't even see before Dark State because the light. I just remember the lights going out and then Dark State.
yeah, he was there before the lights went out, and then the lights went out, he was gone.
And speaking of, now that we're gonna go off the funny stuff, dude, what the fuck are they doing with this man? Like, I get it's supposed to be a build up, but I've already lost interest.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd hear him speak before now, but no. Fuck no. Why would they
Yeah,
do that?
he's been gone 6 months and he comes back and all he does is attack two people who he never followed up with, and then just stares down other people from the crowd. Like,
He
I get the
he's
mystique. They're wanting us to know what's about to happen. They're trying to build it like, oh, he keeps doing it. They want us to be like that. What's going to happen next? And yes, I do want to know what's going to happen next, but I'm losing interest because I'm forgetting about it. To be honest with you,
yeah, I hate it. He I don't know why they do it, and it's just not WWE that does it. But there's other companies that will try to do the mysterious, sit in the back of the arena and have the light on them. It reminds me of like how they done Sting. You know, Sting when he came back as a crow, he was just sitting there. You didn't know what the fuck was going on. It doesn't work for everybody. Tell us what the fuck's going on. Give the man a mic. It's not needed at this point.
yeah, I agree. But yeah, I don't care about Dark State. fighting with Joe Henry at all. Not gonna lie. I'm kidding.
I mean, uh, if it wasn't for Joe Henry, Dog State wouldn't be relevant, obviously. So
Also, I'm not a fan of Izzy Dame on the mic.
she's, I don't know who the hell is her mic work, but as much as I hate to say it, I think everybody should spend 2 weeks in the Paul Heyman mic class because Bron Breakker has gotten better on the mic, and I think everybody, not just saying Izzy, but like everybody that is still young at the, I guess, talking on the mic. Hell, I could use 2 weeks with Paul Heyman my damn self, but it helps so much having someone that's knowledgeable on how to I guess use the
Yeah.
microphone to get your point across without having to say so much, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, I don't know what it was. That first part before Tatum came out, I was just like, mm-hmm. And then the crowd started chanting, cut her mic off. And I was like, please. Uh, but Tatum finally came out and she's a solid promo. And I felt like Izzy did better once she had stuff to say to Tatum directly. I thought that she did a lot better after her solo promo. But I am excited for this match next week. I hope Tatum gets the win.
I do too. I, I think it would be a bad decision if she don't.
Yeah, because she
I
already
really do.
lost once already to Izzy, so
Yeah. It would be probably the wrong choice in my opinion.
earlier in the night they showed Kendall Gray was attacked. Ren Sinclair went up to her, was like, "Oh my god, we need help," and doesn't get any help. And she's like, "Who did this? What happened? Who hurt you?" And then later on when we were getting ready for JC versus Ran, they were walking in the ring and they were like, "Ah, now she's all alone." So it was obviously them. But that was probably my favorite match of JC and Ren. Like, legit. Like, I know it wasn't really anything special. They didn't go crazy balls to the wall, fucking, kick it after kick out, move for move. But like, technically, this was a really fucking good match. And I'm always impressed with Ren. Like, I always thought she was good when she first came into NXT. And she first did that whole like submission where she does a submission and she like turns her whole lower body around it, like runs around it. Like the first time she did that, it's impressive. But to still see that today, she's like 6-7 minutes into this match and she's pulling that shit off. That's fucking insane to me, dude.
Yeah, you can really tell that she's really worked on getting I guess her in-ring skill, like the technical side of it, um up to par
I feel
with,
like she's
especially
always
with
been
what Charlie
technical.
did. But I feel like she got better with Charlie.
Yeah.
I don't know if she was training with Charlie
Echo, turn off
all
that
the
speaker.
time, but I feel like that helped.
Probably so. But this was a really fucking good match. I thought they were both really impressive. I thought they have great chemistry together. Their timing on together was great. But yeah, JC won with the rolling elbow. Of course, Fatal Influence got involved, as always. So yeah, so we're gonna get Kendall's. Kendall comes out afterwards after they're beating down JC, and she fights them all off by herself after being attacked, and makes JC tap.
Yeah. Which honestly makes me think that they're gonna put the double title on Kendall.
I don't know. I kind of like to follow the old wrestling trope. If someone stands tall the week before their match, they're gonna lose it. Like, you know what I mean? Whoever stands tall is gonna lose the week before.
Yeah, that's how at least it was for when I grew up watching wrestling.
And they don't always follow that, but
Yeah.
I tend to. I feel like that's usually like 75% of the time the way they go, anyways.
Yeah, most of the time.
So I think though JC will retain next week.
Well, then the other match for Leon and Oba, if they're gonna put Oba on the main roster, that's gonna be wild to have if Leon is the one.
I could see them putting the title on Leon just because they've done the whole, NXT Talent Belt TNA title, but they haven't done NXT. I'm sorry, TNA holding a big NXT title like the women's actually they did the women's. I'm sorry. Oh no, they didn't. That was JC holding both. I'm getting mixed up. But yeah, they haven't had any of the women or men's title get held by a TNA guy. So I'm waiting for that to happen, and I can see them doing that with Leon just for the shock value. They like to do that, and it'll be the first NXT of
Hmm.
the new year, New Year's Evil. So I could see it happening just for a way to get the title off of him and throw him into a feud with Drew or Cody again. But I wouldn't hate if they did the Kevin Owens route and kept the belt on him for a bit while he's up there.
With Oba, that would not be bad.
Yeah, especially with Oba. And you could even have main roster people challenge for it. Make him look dominant. Have him have like a banger with Sheamus or fucking someone like that, you know?
I could see him having a hell of a match with Drew if they don't have Drew take it off Cody.
Oh, 100%. Him. I'd even love to see him versus like just Dragon Lee one on one or like AJ Styles one on one. Like those would be amazing. Just because the styles, like pun intended here, so the clashing of styles, on how they would be with like, especially like Dragon Lee. Like I mean, we've seen Javon and Nova, but like, you know what I mean? Like that'd still
Mhm.
be great to see. I feel like.
It would. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't. I
God,
could see it going either way next week with Oba and Leon.
yeah, I really think. I know we're getting a little sidetracked, but like next week's show is going to be stacked, in my opinion, for NXT.
I'm sure
I'm really
Stacks will be
excited
there with
for
Ariana Grande. I'm kidding.
it.
That's something. That's
Someway, yeah.
something Dave Meltzer would say. I swear. Um, but yeah, so it's gonna be a stack card next week for sure. I'm excited for it, and we're back to live for NXT, so we don't have to. And we'll get commercials, but hey,
God Almighty.
be a good show.
Uh,
So Ethan Page and Moose kicked off tonight's show. It was a short match. I was hoping for a little bit more out of this one. Obviously, a tape show. But I mean, the Javon Ricky match cooked, so I was kind of hoping this one would too. It wasn't bad. It just I was waiting for it to hit that level that Javon and Ricky hit.
Honestly, for me, this match, I felt like Moose was more dominant and
Yeah, he
had
was.
better spot until that backdrop on the steel steps. I
Oh,
thought
that
Moose
was
was going to win
nasty.
this.
Yeah, he
It was
Shawn Michaels
fucking
his back on
nasty.
that shit, dude. That was right on the edge. That shit was so crazy.
He should. He
Um,
sure did.
but yeah, and Ethan started the match by attacking Moose before the bell rang too. And bell rang right after he attacked him though. But yeah, he retained after. Oh yeah, he hit a fucking. It was like a big drop kick. Brings him back inside, goes for the
Mhm.
cover, but his foot goes on the rope. Goes for a diving splash for 2. Then Ethan hits the twisted grin or whatever the fuck they call it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I was really
twisted
hoping for
grin.
a
It looks
longer
almost
one.
like a damn twist of fate, but yeah.
And then after that, that's when Javon won Superstar of the Year. I figured it was going to be him or Oba, but Oba won last year, so I guess that's why they went that route. And then like we said,
Yeah,
Oba
I
tricking
didn't.
Javon. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see it being Ricky. I just felt like he wasn't there long enough,
I felt
in
like
my
he was
opinion.
definitely in consideration because he won the North American and World title this year.
Yeah, he probably was up there, but I don't know. They let us vote on it. They put out the thing, but I don't know
I think it's like a
how
mixture
much
thing.
you
I think
all
they do
vote.
like votes from the roster, and then they do votes like they mix it with the. I could be wrong on that.
And then, I, what Soul and Zarya won tag team, right?
Yeah, which that one made sense to me because I didn't think anyone else deserved it.
Mhm.
And
You know,
then JC or not JC Soul also won Woman Wrestler of the Year or Superstar of the Year. And then I think that was it. I don't think they did another one, right? I don't remember them all.
mm, let's see, tag team Soul won female wrestler of the year, men's wrestler match of the year. I think that was it. Yeah,
Oh, Moment of the Year was Tatum Paxley winning the women's title at Halloween Havoc.
that is right.
PLE Show of the Year was Stand and Deliver. And that was
PLE
it.
standard. Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
And then of course there was also OTM versus
Oh
Swipe
my
Right,
god.
and they had Jackson Drake out there, who's the Evolve champ. And then I forgot their faction name is, but the Swipe Right is the tag team. And it was
Vanity
a vanity
project.
project. There you go. And it was an okay match. It was pretty one sided. I feel like pretty short, and OTM got the win. Yeah, nothing really big in that match.
No, OTM, of course, if it was not for injuries, and I will continue to say this, would be more at the top of the tag division and possibly going to the main roster if it wasn't for setback on injuries.
All right, so let's go through our final predictions for next Tuesday's New Year Evil. The full card
Okay.
here. So we have 4 matches right now fully announced. Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame. I got Tatum Paxley. And of course, Nico and Sean Spears are banned from ringside.
Give me Tatum Paxley for sure. With them not being at ringside, yes.
Thea Hale versus Blake Monroe. Jordan Grace is going to accompany Thea Hale out there. I think they could try to pull off the shocker on this one, but I think it's going to be Blake regaining.
So, well, I do think Blake regains. I don't think it's gonna be because they're trying to right the wrong. I think Thea winning was, eventually gonna happen. But I think Jordan Grace has a play in it. I think she cost her in this match.
Cost Blake. That'd be interesting.
Yes.
And then of course JC Jane versus Kendall Gray. I'm gonna play it safe and say JC retains here.
No, I'm going wild card. Kendall Gray. She surprised me at deadline. She'll continue to surprise us.
And then Obafemi Leon Slater. I'll let you pick this one first.
So, God, I want Leon to win it. I really do. I really want Leon Slater to win it. Become double champ. Upset Oba. Because it can be done. We've seen it. And Oba go to the main roster
So
where
is
I
that your
truly
prediction, Leon
believe he's going
Slater?
to win. Yes. Oh, Leon Slater.
I'm gonna go with Leon Slater too. I think they're gonna do the shock value moment. I think they're gonna send Obafemi to the main roster looking like a stud.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's my prediction as well. So we got everything the same except for JC and Kendall.
It's normally how it goes.
So Monday Night Raw yesterday. We started out with the Vision. Eventually Punk came out and Punk wanted to get in the ring, but he wanted the rest of the Vision gone, so it would just be him and Braun. And they had a really good back and forth, honestly.
They did. Braun Breaker, this was his best promo, in my opinion, on the mic, face to face with somebody else. I
Yeah.
like that he hinted at the fact that, he's a Steiner. He had to live up to the Steiner name.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he mentioned that, Punk may not like that because he didn't pay his dues to the Indies, but he also brought up the point that he was playing with Lamar Jackson while he was out there, while Punk was working the Indies and
You know
stuff.
what's funny
So
about that? When Punk was in his first WrestleMania, Braun Breaker was 10.
yeah,
Or Lamar Jackson was 10. I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw that. It's because someone was like, why would Braun Breaker be like, I was playing football with Lamar Jackson? Bro, when Punk was in his first WrestleMania, Lamar Jackson was 10. Shut up, Braun.
but I did like this promo for him.
Yeah, no, it was still good. They really, I feel like Braun has definitely got the best brought out of him on the mic from Punk for sure.
Yes, he has, and that I think that's another thing. Like I said with Paul Heyman, and then we don't know how much Punk might be, helping the younger talent as well. With hey, these are how you should do this and do that, and working with promo skills backstage, behind the scenes. So
Mhm.
I feel like they're bringing the best out of both of each other.
I like that Punk in this promo also, like, because Braun was like, oh, everyone thinks I'm not ready, blah, 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 blah. You're probably going to say I'm not ready. Blah, blah. Punk's like, I'm not going to come out here and say that you're not ready because you're more ready than anyone ever in that roster. He's like, you're more ready than I was at your age. Like, I like that. I like that he really put him over like that for the match next month.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and they didn't beat Punk down. Like, they legit just let him walk away afterwards. It was really cool. It was kind of nice. Refreshing from the Vision.
It was. I like how they kind of they led the entrance, and it was absolutely fantastic with the spotlight on Breaker, everyone else kind of behind him, and then the Tron came on and they all walked. I thought that was a good change to the
Mhm.
Vision entrance. Shows us that Breaker is going to be the main focus of the group or the head of the faction, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. So there was I didn't see this because I didn't use a VPN last night on Raw, but there was a promo during a commercial break from Finn Balor, and I haven't seen it yet. I've been seeing it posted all over Twitter. There's a I don't know if you saw it. You know what promo I'm talking about?
So no, I did use the VPN, and I didn't get the promo, but I've seen bits and pieces on Twitter. I haven't seen the actual full thing.
So it's like a really babyface style promo from Finn, like talking about Dom being hurt and JD being out. So yeah, it was I didn't see it, but it happened during the commercial break that it seems like he may be teasing a heel turn. He said 2025 has been a difficult year for the Judgment Day. Let's start with tonight. Raquel was unsuccessful bringing the championship and go back to the clubhouse. Top of that, my best friend JD McDonough is out hurt, and the icing on the cake, I just found out that Dirty Dominic is now out indefinitely. He then says, "But it's the holiday season. It's time for hope." And it got me thinking about my time here in Orlando. It got me thinking about my time here down in NXT, and it got me thinking about how I reached down, how I picked up that brand, and how I put it on my back, and how I single-handedly carried it into the future. Now we all know there's no leaders in the Judgment Day, but I'm gonna do what I've done in time in and time before. I'm gonna reach down. I'm gonna help out JD. I'm gonna pick up Dominic. I'm gonna put the entire group on my back, and I'm gonna single-handedly carry us into the future. So. Kind of a babyfacious promo, really.
Kind of, yes. I feel like he's going to. I've said it for a while. I feel like ever since the shoulder injury where he had to relinquish the title, and he's not really had a singles push, in my opinion, that's been very like groundbreaking since then. They continue to try to bring back Demon Finn, and a top rope magically explodes. Edge absolutely destroyed him in a Hell in a Cell. Like,
I saw that
we
live. That match
have
was
to
great.
figure. It was great. I'm not saying it wasn't, but like
Him getting staples in his
they
head live right there in front of us was crazy. I mean, I couldn't tell, but like that's so crazy.
but I would like to see them actually give Finn a solo push, even if he's still with the Judgment Day. Focus on him solo in the world title picture.
Does he
Put
win
JD in
the
the
IC
IC
title off of Dom? Because that's kind of
for
like the thing
Finn.
they've been building. Yeah, Finn.
Maybe, but that would push Finn to be a face, and we haven't really seen a face Finn in a while. So and get his old intro back, get the crowd back behind him. It's easily done
So I wouldn't be against Finn going up for the world title though either. Get a proper world title run after last time.
because him and Breaker would be a good feud.
100%. That'd be amazing, actually. Um, but yeah, so we'll see. I guess what happens with Finn because that was an interesting promo that I've been seeing everyone talk about. Um, there was a backstage segment before the triple threat women's world title match. It was with Liv and Raquel. Or no, it was Raquel and Liv. I'm sorry. Raquel was being interviewed. She says there's no tricks, blah, blah, blah. And that's when Liv rolls up talking about JD and Dominic being out, saying that they're going to take care of business. She knows she will. Raquel said that she'd do it on her own. And then that's when Roxanne walks up, cuts her off, and asks, like, what? That's when she's like, oh, I forget exactly what she says. Like, she's going to win. Like, she was basically, like, I forgot what Liv was trying to say, and then she, like, totally switched it once Roxanne walked up.
Yeah, she was like, damn, what did she say? Because
Yeah, it's not
she
in
was
my note
talking
here.
about Raquel, and she was talking about Roxanne. Damn. Now I want to figure out exactly what she said because it was quick, but I can't remember what it was
But it's
exactly.
definitely Liv is gonna like I don't know, she's gonna like get them mad at each other, I feel like, and then she's gonna try to I don't know. I don't know where this is going. Liv is gonna fuck things up somehow, some way. I feel like.
Yes, I do believe so. Um,
But that led into the women's triple threat
uh,
match too, right afterwards.
which was not a bad match.
I could probably just pull up my
Um,
reaction. I posted it. Yeah, here it is.
for the Roxanne part,
Yeah. If you could hear it, I'm sorry. You might be able to hear it.
yeah.
Because I want to know what she said.
fight alone.
Oh, I know you can, but Roxanne was just saying that maybe
What was Roxanne saying?
just thought. What are we talking about? I heard my name. Strategy and how we all want the same thing.
So it was like she was gonna say Roxanne was saying she doesn't believe you in that you could do it or something. It sounded like she was gonna say or something like that.
Yeah, I was even the page I was looking at didn't have exactly what she said.
Yeah, luckily I do reactions or we do reactions because I just went back and watched it. But so yeah, it's definitely like Liv was not changed what she said once Roxanne rolled up. Like, well, Roxanne said like she was gonna say Roxanne doesn't think that you could do this on your own or something like that. And then Roxanne went, what are we talking about? Oh, that strategy. Strategy works great. We were talking strategy.
Strategy is key. Yeah.
So
Um,
yeah, Liv's gonna definitely like she didn't get involved in the triple threat after this, but I think she's gonna like rub it in her face that she lost next Monday or something.
either that or she will be the sole reason that the women's part of the Judgment Day falls apart.
Yeah, I mean, and she did tell Roxanne they were gonna go for the women's tag titles too. So
Who knows? I'm hoping Raquel continues to push for this world title, especially after this.
yeah, she looked really good in the triple threat. She did try to do a double Tejana bomb at the end. So Stephanie just took advantage, which was cool. This whole match was really solid. Nikki looked good in it. I saw a lot of people making a big deal that she was wearing the Eagles colors. It's like, oh my god, and then she supposedly did in that football play. Okay, good for her, I guess. Oh, I should lose my mind over it.
Cooper DeJean.
Oh, is that who it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for her. Glad she's happy. But yeah, so there was I like the ending where she went for the double Tejana bomb. Stephanie snuck out of it. She landed it on Nikki, and then Stephanie, kicked or whatever Raquel out of the ring, threw her out of the ring, and got the pin on Nikki. I thought that was solid.
There were some good spots in this match. Raquel Rodriguez, and I don't know if she did it on purpose, but she kind of paid respect to, I think it was Beth Phoenix, who done like a double power bomb set up to Nikki once before when they were in a triple threat match. And then the the STF that
Oh my
Nikki put
god, that's
on,
my
and then
other
got the
note. Thank
thank
you for
you
bringing that up.
Cena. He got the thank you Cena chance. And she says, yells, no, thank me. I
Yeah.
died laughing.
Yeah. No, thank me. It's because she's like straining in the submission. Yeah, that was great. And obviously, if you know the back history of Nikki and John, they were engaged. They did the whole proposal out of WrestleMania. Never ended up getting
Oh my
married. They
god.
ended up separating. So it's just funny that she was doing the STF. They started chanting "Thank you, Cena," and that was her response that we picked up in the camera. No, thank me. But yeah, that
So
shit
that
was
was the only
hilarious.
WrestleMania I've been to, was at that one
Oh
when
my
he
god,
proposed.
that's hilarious. Was that 35?
That was
34?
33.
Oh, that
They
was
had that mixed tag
33.
match with
Wow, that
Miz
was
and
almost 10
Maurice.
years ago. Holy hell.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was probably the funniest spot in that match.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, solid match, and Stephanie retains. I was happy she retained. I didn't personally
Yeah.
want Raquel or Nikki to win it.
So with Stephanie kind of stealing the win from Raquel,
That's smart.
that's why I think Raquel will get a rematch, and that's where we could possibly see a win.
I don't. That's even a slight chance of
You
happening at
don't?
all.
You don't think Raquel gets a world title? Wow. You don't think? I think she's world title
Maybe one
contender
day, not
easily.
right now. She's improved a lot. I don't think she's improved to the world title contendership that quickly in my head.
You
I
think
just
that she could IC title then, and
Oh,
then
that
world
would be
title?
great. Oh, 100%. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, she's definitely hitting a stride. I don't think it's like a Stephanie Vaquer type where you just like, all right, crown her. She's so over. No.
Okay.
And I know that's not how everyone, I just don't think she's got to that point yet. And she can win it as a hill. I don't know. I just don't see it happening yet.
We'll see. I would like to see Raquel. If she won it last night, I would not have been mad. That's how I felt about it.
I wouldn't have been mad about it. I just didn't think we'd be ready for it. We had the Kabuki Warriors. Fucking, like they came out to the ring, talked shit, just setting up their match for next Monday. I don't remember much what was said besides they brawled afterwards.
I will say Oscar cut a lot of this promo in, I guess, Japanese.
I just remember her saying stupid and baka.
Stupid and baka. I don't know what that means.
I think baka just means stupid in Japanese.
So she was just saying stupid twice?
I think so.
Okay. I mean, I didn't know if it might have been something else.
Here, I'm using the old Google. Baka, it just says baka. I put BAKKA and I put baka. Okay, let me translate the other way. It says baka. I don't know. Hold on.
It may not mean nothing.
Oscar baka. Oh shoot. What the heck is going on to Reddit? Video on Instagram last night segment translated. Oh. I know what baka means. Oh, it's 1K. I was doing 2. Oh, it means cow. Apparently. Oh, apparently Filipino though. Wait, what about Japanese? Oh, it means idiot.
Stupid idiot. Makes sense. Okay.
Stupid. I like that better.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just led to a brawl with all of them to set up for their match for next week.
Yeah. Before that, though, there was a backstage interview with Gunther, where he was talking about he made John Cena tap out. And before he could finish, R-Truth decided that he was going to put Gunther in his place.
Why are they choosing to cool off Gunther?
Huh?
Why are they cooling Gunther off?
I don't think they're cooling him off.
R-Truth, that's the best they could do after John Cena?
Well, I mean,
in a 4-minute squash match?
I guess in that sense. But his new shirt, my God, like, buy 20 of them.
I get the idea, like, R-Truth, that's his favorite wrestler. I get the whole jokes and the story behind it. But it's like, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's who we go to? Not AJ or Ray? Fucking R-Truth?
I can understand why you say that.
I like R-Truth.
I do.
That's just not who we should be following up Gunther's retiring of John Cena with.
That is true. I feel like it's gonna be AJ as well, though.
Yeah, they're gonna build up to that, but I feel like those are just they're gonna plan on having him retire them.
Listen, I think you was the person I seen that said it, but we do not need any more fucking retirement tours.
I don't think we'll get retirement tours. They'll still just have him retire them anyways. Goldberg didn't get a retirement tour; they just had him retire him.
I don't know. I like it when they just used to be like, "Hey, I'm done." Like, it's been a hell of a ride. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Inducted into the Hall of Fame.
World Wrestling Elderly, man. But yeah, so I wasn't a fan of this match or this segment at all.
No, it was a squash match, unfortunately.
I mean, they gave Truth some offense, but I did like he went for the shoulder tackles, and it like took 2 of them before he like rocked Gunther, so that was kind of cool. But yeah,
that was about it.
Yeah,
and he made him tap out too.
Yeah. What else happened on Raw? Oh yeah, so Jey Uso was backstage, and he like just looked like he was like not like fully locked into his match. Just not focused in, like doubting himself, and Jimmy walks up and just hypes him up, just gives him a good motivational speech, you know, kind of typical what you expect, and you know, say, I'm your twin, I know something's up, blah blah blah, that type of stuff, and they fucking got him hyped up for the match. And I will jump right into it. I thought they were gonna fucking lose. I thought they were gonna lose. Jey was gonna crash out.
Mm-hmm.
and they fucking won in a
I did.
really damn good match against AJ and Dragon. So I was thinking Raw was gonna be ending because even my chat was like, "Wow, this match getting 30 minutes or something happening afterward." I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna end, like 15 minutes, and then they're gonna have a whole Jay crash out and blah blah blah." Nope, he fucking won that bitch.
It was a fantastic match between these two. Even Dragon Lee had great spots, but my only question is, how long are they going to be tag champs? Because I thought, just like you, Jay and Jimmy would lose, Jay would crash out, and this is how they would set up for Jimmy to have time off.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. So I mean, maybe hold the crash out could still happen once they finally lose the belt, or belts, I should say. But
Are they going to lose to the New Day?
I mean, whoever. But I did find it interesting that they once again came out to the Jey Uso main event themes and not the Uso theme.
That was while it was happening. That was my one question: is we are still yeeting when we know we have the Jay Uso transition to the Uso Penitentiary that we use at Saturday Night's main event, and we're still just doing the same thing.
Yeah,
I
I
get
don't
it; it's
understand it
over.
either. Yeah.
They enjoy doing it with the crowd. They enjoy the interaction. It gets the crowd hype. But like, are we getting the Uso Penitentiary, or are we just getting Jimmy and Jay?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. I think it could be touched to the story of whatever is going to happen with them, but we will see. But yeah, really good main event. Nothing crazy happened like afterwards, or no one attacked them or nothing like that. Just celebrating them. I did think it was funny though, because the show ended with them like walking through the crowd, and Jay was trying to celebrate, and he's like yelling at Jimmy like, Jimmy, and then you hear him at one point, John, like he says his real name.
Yes,
And he just keeps going.
he didn't stop. He did not
I'm
stop.
over it, Oos.
He's like, God, I'm gassed. Like, gotta get up these damn steps now.
But let's talk about Jey Uso quickly. What a year and what an interesting year. Won the Royal Rumble by eliminating John Cena. Got the title off of Gunther by submitting him at WrestleMania. And ends the
Mhm.
year as World Tag Champ with his brother.
Yeah, I feel like he went from the top of the mountain back to comfort.
Yeah, I'm curious, and the story has been good either way, and he, made it there and deserved it in my opinion and earned it.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
the story afterward, I would say this was a lot of the WWE's issue for me this year, was just the titles would go on someone, and then it felt like after their chase, they were not as important anymore. Their title reigns weren't as like, obviously you got the women's tag titles, like Alexa and Charlotte had a really great reign, had a lot of defenses. We had Sammy and Dragunov with the open challenge for the US title. Those were really good defenses. You could argue with some NXT reigns, like Ethan Page has had a really entertaining reign, but it feels like a lot of the reigns this year, nothing like them. Just completely forgettable. Judgment Day had one of their forgettable reigns this year. I don't know if they had two or one. I don't even remember anymore. Julia's was forgettable. Lena's was forgettable. Shoot, and I'm sure there's others that I'm actually forgetting because they were that boring. But John's wasn't the best. I mean, it was probably one of the better ones, unfortunately, with a lot of man between. But
A lot of man.
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know,
mean that in a
man.
bad way.
So
A lot of man.
I get worried for a lot of these teams, and I'm hoping that Usos, because they've had a lot of good stories last few years, this will carry over to their tag title victory here. Carry these titles and have good storylines with these titles. I miss the day where I feel like we don't get a lot of blood feuds for mid card titles nowadays. Like, people really wanting those titles. Not saying like Hell in the Cells and like all this shit, but like they're just going back and forth for the IC title and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like it doesn't feel like the old Triple H and Rock, or Stone Cold and Rock IC title feuds from back in the day, or how like they were really going at it, had real fleshed out storylines while they were going for the IC title. Now it doesn't feel like that. At least this year didn't.
No, this year didn't. I don't know. I know. I don't say that. I don't mean in a bad way, but I know we're gonna get another New Day Uso feud. It's going to be another good one. We've seen it before, and I feel like with the New Day being the heels and the Usos kind of being the faces, it makes a lot of difference this time.
100%.
But uh, on the other side of that, what are the other tag teams that we're gonna see? Viking Raiders, War Raiders, whatever the hell they go by. They're not on TV enough
Maybe
now,
they start
so
calling up
fuck
tag
amusing.
teams from NXT. I mean, the only ones I can think of off the top of my head right now, just because we saw them, are OTM, Hank and Tank. I don't know. Again, that's why I'm saying we should need to do like the transfer window or whatever the fuck they called it last year, where they. I'd like to see Frax team go to Raw or something. You know what I mean? Or someone mix it up because SmackDown has great teams, or even fucking MCMG. They've been losing the majority of this year. Like, so I don't know. We need to switch it up, even if we don't bring it. Because I'm not the personally biggest fan of Hank and Tank. They're funny and they have really good matches. I just never gotten
Hmm.
behind them fully. So I don't know. I just
No,
maybe they get called up. I wouldn't hate them. They have good matches, so that'd be a refreshing new team. But that's why I say do transfer
it
window
would.
or something up until because they did that up until the Rumble last year. So
Yeah. I mean, like you said, Motor City Machine Guns, pretty deadly. Maybe if they can get back healthy.
I forgot about Pretty Deadly. Yeah, Kit Wilson
Uh,
and
I,
Dalton Prince.
I don't want to see them redo the new Bloodline versus Jimmy and Jay at all because we've seen that so much. But there is tag teams out there we could see. They could really make it work because the Usos are good at tag team wrestling. So I'm hoping 2026 is a better year for WWE because it, for me, it missed in a lot of places.
Agreed. Um, but so hopefully they start with a good Uso tag title reign. We had a cool
Yeah.
in-ring segment with Maxine and Becky. I thought Maxine was really good on the mic here against Becky. Um, she has a lot of confidence now that she's IC champion and her mic skills. So she knows
Hmm.
she's having to step up, and I think Becky's helping her do that. Another case of someone really bringing the best out in someone. I think Becky's doing that with Maxine Dupree. And their match next Tuesday, I do think Becky wins it back though.
I do, and if she doesn't, that's fine because I think we could see Natalia take that title from her.
I would like that too, especially bringing the low key legend Natty in instead of just Natalia.
Yes,
Because they never even did
the
anything with
the
her and Maxine with the whole whatever the fuck they were called. I don't even remember what their tag team was. They have a name and everything. They didn't do shit.
Dungeon Dolls
There
is
you
what they
go.
went
They
by.
did like 3 matches together and then whoops, they're done. Um,
Yeah, they disappeared.
so yeah, I'm excited for their match next week. Obviously, Maxine won because of the distraction of AJ on Becky, so I'm assuming Becky will more
Mhm.
than likely cheat to win.
Unfortunately, I agree. I'd see
Use the
that happening.
ropes or tights or something.
Yeah, if it would fit the character and the way she's having to fight back for the title, and maybe
Uh,
that's what Natty gets involved at.
yeah, definitely for sure. We had a backstage promo on here too with the Vision, and it was kind of like them like officially like welcoming Austin Theory into the Vision. Just, like
Hmm.
he talked kind of like with every single one. Talked to Braun, talked to Bronson, called him, acknowledging my tribal thief, and they were all just like, I got your back, I got your back type of shit. Kind of just confirming it with each other, like, I'm here for the group, not me, type shit. Talked to Logan and then to Paul. So Whole Vision had his back tonight. He was facing Ray. Also Theory went back to the trunks. He went away from the pants on this episode.
He did go back to the trunks. He did have a new entrance.
I loved
I
his
thought it
new
was
theme.
better.
I
I
loved
fucking
his
loved
new
it. Yeah.
theme. I got old school Linkin Park vibes off his new theme.
Yep. That's
It was
exactly what I was
so
thinking.
good. And if it's a Def Rebel theme, holy ball sack. It was a killer theme.
They finally hit one out the park.
Yeah, very, very good. Well, they have before with others, but yeah, his is really good.
Yeah.
But him and Ray had an okay match. Nothing really crazy. Of course, it was the typical Vision, match that you expect. Um,
Hmm.
But it wasn't CM Punk who even the odds, because we did have a backstage segment with Ray and Punk, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna need you tonight. I have whatever, however we worded it. I have plans or whatever the fuck it was." And so of course Rey Mysterio wins because of DQ, because of the Vision getting involved. Logan Paul, he like tripped him up when he went for the 619 or something like that. They caught him or something. And it's like swept his feet and he went flying, which was crazy. And then Penta came back. We saw him at Worlds Collide or whatever the latest AAA show was here in December that Dom got hurt at. And but he was fully back here. He came out and evened the odds and helped clear the ring with Ray. So we'll probably get Penta and Ray versus the Vision sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Penta's healthy. I really hate that they missed out on getting that match with him and Ray Phoenix in AAA. But I do not think it's the last opportunity that him and Ray Phoenix have in coming up in 26.
We're talking about lack of tag teams on Raw. Give us Usos versus the Lucha Brothers at Mania.
Holy shit. That would probably be the
They ain't
match
getting
of the
younger.
night for night
They ain't
one.
getting younger. Let's do it now.
No, they are not.
Let's please do that now. And then Lucha Brothers could win, and then defend against New Day and all the teams that they haven't faced yet. MCMG, which have happened, but not in WWE. DIY. Just combine the tag titles just one more time and just have Lucha Brothers face everyone, please. If that's the way they could face every team, then please.
Please do it, yeah.
But yeah, a solid Raw. I don't know if we didn't talk about anything. Just the Trick thing. Trick came up and said, I'm a free agent, and Pierce was, feeling him to be there, and he was like 1-800, whoop that Trick.
Yeah. I feel like him and Pierce had a better interaction than him and Aldis did Friday.
I agree, yeah. And then Bailey and Lyra rolled up, and Bailey was being her crazy ass fucking heel side and yelling at Pierce about not getting the tag title opportunity and whatnot. Lyra had to calm her down and stuff like that. That was pretty funny. But yeah, I think that was basically everything.
Yeah, that was
Javon was there.
it, yeah.
Javon was there after we got like a Oba Femi hype promo too. And Javon talked to Dragon and AJ and stuff like that. And that's when we saw the Americanos came up, and then we saw Ivy and the Creeds in the back, like all the way in the back. You can see them watching on. So, and then there's been reports that we're going to be getting Chad returning soon, and Corey Hayes of Body Slam has teased on Twitter that it looks like we're going to be getting Alpha. What are they called? American Made versus the Americanos.
Yes, American Made. Yeah.
So, and I would rather have Chad Gable come back and just not like Goldberg, but like just have him come back as a super serious fucking kick-ass wrestler who's just taking everything so serious, doesn't care about having friends, and just wants to fucking win the titles, and just fucking goes ham and beats everyone's ass until he's just in the upper echelon, and then start giving them like really cool stories against them. You know what? I miss that. I feel like we don't get a lot of cool, like the Punk Drew story last year was fucking phenomenal. I'm not saying they need to be that length where they all like hit that level of blood feud, but give us more feuds where like they want to keep, like there's like, and kind of like we're getting with Drew and Cody, I guess. It's not as good, obviously, but like give us more of that in the mid card.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not against that, because I feel like the mid card is just a lot of filler right now, and it's just they don't know what
Battle Royals to crown number one
currently.
contenders. Oh, this tag match happened. The champion got pinned by this person, so now they're number one contender. And AEW does it too, so it's not even just WWE. They do the same shit in AEW.
Yeah.
It's maybe not as prominent, but it happens. Mainly the pinning the champion thing in AEW. That's the more thing. Like we're getting with Willow and Mercedes tomorrow. That's happening because she pinned her in the tag title match. So, anyways, point being, I want more actual interesting storylines in the mid card. Like Julia and Chelsea is so boring to me right now.
Yeah, it is. Unfortunately, I don't know who they could put against Chelsea right now to.
Well, that's the next
boost
match
it.
because Julia pinned her. So I'm doing that again.
Fuck that is right. Yeah.
I think it's this Friday.
Jesus
The 3-hour
Christ.
SmackDown, I think, is where it's happening. Speaking of, since now I think we're fully talked about Raw. So since now SmackDown's 3 hours, that's another hour that we would start later. Do you still want to do a podcast Friday nights after SmackDown after 3 hours?
Well, being that we was able to do World's End directly after World's End, and Yes, the conversations might have not been as interesting because I was absolutely tired. I don't think 11 o'clock will be as bad as what we had at 1 o'clock for World's End.
Yeah, it didn't really click in my head what time it was for World's End until like after we finished. I was like, holy shit, it's late as fuck for you. I
So
didn't
I mean,
realize.
we can still do it because if not, I mean, because the playoffs are getting ready to start as well next, not this Friday, but the Friday after.
Yeah. Which is gonna be interesting. So yeah, we'll have to see how that. I mean, it'll be Saturdays and Sundays, so it shouldn't really interfere unless there's a.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's the PLE will be Rumble, and that they usually do a really good job about not interfering with the playoffs at that time for the NFL. Like they always try to make sure it's not like. I think that's the bye week between the championship and the Super Bowl. And they're not even doing
Well,
the Pro Bowl this
being
year the week
that,
before. They're doing it like the same weekend.
yeah, and it's in Saudi, so it'll be like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, that's true. And so it will be early in the day. And I think the bowl games will already be done. Usually they're done at the beginning of the year for college. So um
Yeah, the college playoffs start the Thursday. Oregon
yeah,
plays
so those
Texas
will be
Tech.
over before Rumble for sure. Um
Yep.
yeah, so I think it'll be on a weekend where there's nothing to see. I think like you said, it's on a fucking Saturday that's in the afternoon, so it shouldn't really interfere with anything unless you're like a golf watcher. I don't even think there's golf going on in January, but
Yeah, I don't think there is. It's
I
too
guess there's
damn
probably like
cold most
hockey's
of
the
it.
only other thing I could think of happening probably in the daytime on a Saturday. Um, at that time of the sport and basketball. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll get the podcast worked out in there with all this stuff happening. And the Broncos are gonna win the Super Bowl, whether it's against the Bears or the Seahawks or whoever.
Whoever it happens to be against, yeah.
I hope it's the Seahawks just so we could get revenge for 48.
Yeah, I mean, that 48 was pretty bad, but at least Manning
First
got
play,
his.
we fucking fumbled for a safety, bro.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. That was rough.
I
I don't
bet you
know.
loved
This,
that
I'm,
Super
I'm
Bowl.
really nervous. I did, and then I hated the one where we threw the fucking ball
The
instead of
next
running
year,
it. But,
49.
but I'm nervous about Saturday. We got a tough one against the 49ers to see who gets first place.
That's
So,
crazy. And we have our first place game, but it's interesting. So the Chargers have a lot of injuries, and they're also sitting a lot of their starters. They've already made the playoffs. They clinched a playoff spot. So doesn't they can't win the first seed after the loss to I forgot who they like Green Bay or whoever they lost to. I forgot who they lost to. They just
yeah.
lost last weekend. So they can't even get the first seed. So they're sitting Herbert to let him rest for their wild card matchup. And the thing is, if we lose to the Chargers, we'll fucking have a wild card game against them. So we'd go back to back weeks against the Chargers if they beat us. So I am nervous because we play the Chiefs and their backups. They're technically third stringers, most of them, and we fucking nail biter. One's the fucking last second touchdown.
Yeah, and the Chiefs have nothing to win for, and the teams that have nothing to win for last week won. So, is it gonna affect y'all bad if y'all lose this last game?
Well, yeah, we lose the 1 seed. If New England wins. So New England has to win, and we would have to lose for them to take the 1 seed because we're still tiebreaker right now. But we own the tiebreaker from the Raiders win. So we need them to lose as well. So if we lose, we need them to lose. We need them to lose in general, but we need them to lose if we lose.
So, God, that's rough.
And they just destroyed the
'Cause-
Jets. Because, of course, the Jets.
And then who do the Patriots got?
And we got a longer week because we
Saturday.
played Thursday, Christmas Day. So now we didn't play last weekend. So now we'll play this Sunday. So that gave us a few extra days, which is good, obviously.
Oh, and they're playing the upset Dolphins.
The Dolphins have
So there's a
upset the Patriots
possibility.
many
Yeah.
times in the final game of the season. I feel like they've done it like 2 or 3 times in my lifetime. And they've upset the Patriots in the final game of the year.
And didn't they just beat the Buccaneers on Sunday?
I don't remember.
I think that's who they played. But
Bucks
yeah,
lost. I remember Bucks did
it's
lose.
I can't remember if it was to the Dolphins or not, but either way, like Patriots come in there and don't play at top tier, like Drake May's pushing for MVP, then there's a possibility they could lose.
Yeah, and then the Rams with them falling down so hard too lately. They've lost a few. So
Have you heard the crazy scenario for the Panthers?
no.
So Panthers and Bucks play Saturday afternoon. Winner takes the NFC South. But if the Falcons win out, so they won one game, they got to win next week. If they beat the Saints, I think is who they're playing, then there's a three-way tie for first place in the NFC South. And the Panthers have the tiebreaker. So they would still get first even if they lost.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That division's crazy then.
It's I don't know how they figure all that stuff out, but yeah.
But yeah. Have you seen on TikTok there's an audio that keeps, and obviously because I'm a Bronco fan, so that's probably why I'm seeing it all the time. But there's an audio that I've seen and it's like from South Park, and it's like people just like either dub themselves over it or whatever, but it's like go America and go Broncos. And then it's like Cartman, yeah, go Broncos. I'll have to send it to you. Obviously I see it all the time because I'm a Broncos fan, but it's been every fucking where, especially since we're doing so good. Also, even on IG, I'll be scrolling and then it comes up. But dude, it's just funny. Yeah, it's a funny audio. Cracks me up because they're like, it's like the end of an episode, so they're trying to be all serious, like, and that's why we're all America. So go America and go Broncos, just randomly, and they're like, yeah, go Broncos.
Yeah, good one.
Oh man,
that is funny.
But yeah, I am nervous for this game Sunday. Oh, speaking of going into Sunday, we have Wrestle Kingdom this weekend.
We do.
So Wrestle Kingdom is at 3 a.m. Eastern, the 4th, which is Sunday morning for us. That's 1 a.m. for me. I am gonna stay up and watch it. I know you have kids and all that, so I doubt you will. Are you gonna watch it at like in the morning the next day at all?
Yeah, I'll probably watch it the next day. I did it last year, for Omega, and
that was Dynasty. That was
rough.
Wrestle Dynasty. That
was
was
Dynasty. Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was the next. It's still the same thing
the
though.
one
It's
after.
still the same time.
And that was rough to do.
Mhm.
But being as if I do have kids, this one I probably won't do, just because I know it's going to be a long show. Especially I think it's 2 a.m. on the East Coast.
I think 2 a.m. for the
Right.
pre-show, which is the Rambo, and this year's Rambo, the Rambo is like a battle royal. If you don't know, if you're listening, you don't know what it is. You do like a battle royal for the it's usually the KOPW Cup or whatever the heck it is. But this year they're doing the never open weight 6-man tag, I believe is what it is. Rambo like battle royal or something interesting. So that's gonna be at 2, but then the actual. So usually what happens is that'll go for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then there's like downtime until 3 a.m. Eastern when it officially starts.
Yeah, that's.
And for me,
and
that's
then the show will
midnight and
probably
1,
be-
so it's not as late. And I'm always up late anyways. But yeah, I've done this. The first one I set up was when Kenny and Okada fought. I forgot which one. It might have been their third one. But yeah, I pretty regularly watch these live. At least the Wrestle Kingdom.
I mean, they're good shows, so I mean, it's nothing bad.
I thought
but
Wrestle Dynasty was way better than Wrestle Kingdom last year. That's just me.
I didn't watch Kingdom. I did Dynasty.
So this year's Wrestle Kingdom, obviously the main event, Tanahashi versus Okada retirement match. I think they're gonna fucking put Tana over, especially with Okada losing the G1, the C2.
That'd be nice.
Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji this is a Title 4 title. It's global IWGP global title and the IWGP world title, which I don't even know why they keep introducing these titles to just keep sucking them up into the world title. They had the IC title, then they had the US title, and now the fucking global title.
I mean, I don't know, but
the IC title was so good. Shinsuke made that shit so prestigious, and they're like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna combine it and have an idol have one of the worst runs ever. That's when I started falling out. Plus, it was COVID. That didn't help.
He said, "Damn New Japan."
But yeah, I'm just tired of them combining their titles. Fucking annoying.
I mean, if I don't know, there's a lot of titles across all the promotions, so
Yeah.
it does get aggravating.
So this match is gonna be interesting. Aaron Wolf is gonna be facing Evil. Aaron Wolf is a Olympian judoka. Does judo like similar to Ronda Rousey? That's what Ronda Rousey did, was judo before she did MMA. And he is making his in-ring debut against Evil at Wrestle Kingdom 20 this Saturday or Sunday night. Or Sunday morning, whatever you want to call it. And it's for the never open weight title. His first ever match on a Wrestle Kingdom in the third to last match. That's insane. They did a whole press thing about him when they signed him too, like earlier this year, like a big fucking deal.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I've seen any of his matches.
He's never wrestled.
Not even in indie stuff.
Aaron
This
Wolf
is like his
is
first
literally
ever?
Aaron Wolf is literally the NIL program for New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Holy shit!
He's literally coming in off of judo. And yeah, they announced earlier this year that he was June 23rd signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling. They did a whole press conference and everything for it.
Oh fuck! Hopefully he has a good match.
He showed up and
Especially his
attacked
first one?
members of House of Torture on October, but he didn't have a match yet. So he showed up and did things, but he hasn't wrestled a match. That's gonna be interesting.
It will be.
Al Desperado, Kosi Fujita, Taji Ishimori, and Sho for the junior title. Bullet Club War Dogs, Drilla, Gabe Kidd, David Finley, and Shingo Takagi and Hiromu Takahashi, who are not part of that, but they're in this match, taking on the United Empire, which now consists of Andrade, Callum Newman, Great Khan, Henry, and a to be announced still, apparently. It says, at least according to the wiki. Saya Kamatani and Suri, they're combining the IWGP and the IWGP Strong titles for the women. And then the Rambo, like I said. And then a pre-show match of Phantasmo versus Chris Brooks for the television title. So 8 matches, including pre-show.
So that'll probably go off about 7.
Yeah, around
Each
4
of them?
hours or so. Mm-hmm.
My God, that'd be the time.
Or probably
Oh,
6,
my.
because last year's ended like a little after 4 my time, which was a little after 6. Or like, yeah, around there.
Yeah,
I feel like years past went longer.
I don't doubt it.
I remember there was Wrestle Kingdoms that I was like watching until it was sunny for me. Like not like 5 a.m. sunny, but like 6, 7 a.m. sunny. I think they used to be later. But the American audience made them start making it earlier, I think, because they were drawing a lot of eyes from American audiences.
Yeah.
I'm
I
excited for that.
I don't know if you watch a lot of Stardom. I know that I got people in my chat who do, but they're going to be back in Vegas.
Yeah,
and
for Mania
WrestleMania
weekend. Yeah, I saw that. That should be fire.
So that's pretty good.
One of my local promotions. It's not the like the GCW collective, but there's like another collective that goes out there that was there in Vegas last year. The local one that I've gone to, they're going to be part of that one out there again this year, next coming year.
Nice.
Oh yeah, but yeah. So I'll be up for this. I'll be live reacting to it, and then later that afternoon is the fucking Broncos Chargers. That fucking 4:25, 2:25 my time. So I am gonna be a cranky goober during that Chargers game.
God, as long as it goes good for you, there won't be many crash outs.
I'm just be sitting here tired, like, who the fuck was he throwing it to? There's no one there. Josh, the receiver's right there, but he didn't catch it, did he? That's gonna be me, bro. But tell people where they can find you outside the podcast, bro.
Outside the podcast, of course, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, Twitch, Kick, as the Kraken Wrestling.
And you guys can find me, Josh Vibes Up, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Discord. All of that should be down in the links below for the video if you're watching on there. And yeah, check me out everywhere. Guys, we'll be back on Friday after a 3-hour SmackDown.
God, looking forward to it. The 3-hour SmackDown at least.
And then, of
Yeah,
course,
I
we'll
love it.
talk Dynamite. So I'm actually going to watch Stranger Things live tomorrow and not Dynamite live. Not obviously live, but you know what I mean, when it drops right at 8.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Dynamite. Then I'll do, I guess, Stranger Things, and still watch the ball drop or celebrate whatever.
I don't know how you're going to avoid
But yeah.
spoilers. You're just going to have to fucking not look at your chat, not fucking read anything anyway.
So even last time I didn't get on Twitter at all. I didn't pull up anything on my phone. I just was locked in the whole time.
Damn, you're crazy, bro.
Boy.
According to my fiance, Kenny and Osprey will be attending Wrestle Kingdom for Tanahashi, as announced by New Japan. Oh shit, Kenny!
Nice.
My 2 current favorites. So let's go. They're gonna go in there. They're gonna beat down Tanahashi. I'm just kidding. They're gonna kick him out of the Bullet Club. I'm just kidding. That was always my favorite parts when like the leaders would leave. They just get beat down, replaced. That was the best.